Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is A.J., and I'm coming to you with another video. And today is Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's Transparent Tuesday. So, let's get transparent. First off, um, I'm wearing this shoulder brace because my shoulder really hurts. I'm not sure what's wrong with it other than it being inflamed. Went to see my doctor a couple of days ago, and he said that it's probably just inflammation that hasn't been cleared up or that came back from when it was cleared up. So I have to go to another doctor who's a surgeon who I had previously. Um, have an MRI, have him look at it and decide whether I should have surgery to clean up the rest of the inflammation or not. It's a whole big mess. Meanwhile, I have to deal with this pain. It hurts to do whatever. So I'm just wearing this to keep my arm immobilized. I can move my arm, but not for too long and not doing too much. So I'm wearing this brace, and inside is a little ice pack right here so that I can get a little bit of relief from the pain and discomfort that I feel. So yeah, that's what this contraption is. But that's not what I want to talk about. As many of you know, I'm a transgender man. I'm 52 years old. I started transitioning at the age of 50, which was 2.5 years ago. And been loving my journey and just loving life, loving who I am and who I'm becoming. So, of course, if you have subscribed to my channel, which I urge you to do if you haven't, if you have subscribed to my channel, you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that yes, I am a transgender man. What you don't know is that I have a transgender kid. Yes, I have a transgender daughter, and she is my biological daughter. Her pronouns are she, they, and she has given me permission to talk about her. Of course, I'm not going to say her name, but she's given me permission to talk about her journey and our journey. So, my daughter came out as trans when she was in 8th grade. She wasn't sure if she was trans, but she just said, I'm trans. I feel like I'm trans. And we went with that. Then a few months after that, she came out as bisexual. So I said, okay, are you sure? She said, I'm not sure, but I know that, I've been feeling this way, and I think I'm bisexual. So I said, okay, no problem. She liked girls, she liked guys. It was all good. So I said, all right, no problem. And then about a year later, after that, she came out again, and she said, I, I pretty much know that I'm transgender. And I said, okay. So by this time, she was in high school. I said, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get you through high school so that you can become more familiar with yourself, so that you can become more comfortable with yourself as a trans person, and then we'll move on to the medical part of it if that's what you choose. So she said okay. At that time, she identified under every pronoun. She said it was okay. He, she, they, and every other pronoun. And we just kept going through high school. And the reason why I had her to do that was because the way that she came out to me was through letters. She didn't come and sit with me and talk to me about it. She wrote me a letter each time, and she left it somewhere where she knew I would find it. And then at the end of the letters, she would write, throw this away right after you read it. So in my mind, that was her not being comfortable with coming out. And I wanted her to be comfortable with coming out, because if she wasn't comfortable talking about being transgender to me, then in my mind, how can she be comfortable being trans and being who she is authentically in the world? So I told her, let's just get you through high school so that way you can get comfortable with who you are around your friends in a familiar situation, at home, doing whatever. And then you come out gradually as you get more comfortable with yourself as a transgender person. So she said, okay. So by the time she was in 12th grade and she graduated, she got a little more comfortable. She came out publicly. I think she did it on social media, which was cool with me. She came out to our family, and she started getting into wanting to go shopping, to get some skirts and some dresses. Before then, she was like ordering stuff online, and I'm like, no, let's go to the store. Let's get some things so that you can try them on. So, we would go to the store, and she'd be kind of shy going into the women's sections of the store by herself. So, I'd always go with her and say, okay, let's try this on, whatever. So that way I wanted her to get more familiar with it and more comfortable with it so that she can do it on her own, once she's comfortable with being trans outside of her circle, so to speak. And that has started to happen. So fast forward, now she's confident. I said, when you're ready to do your name change, let me know. We can go down to the court. We can fill out all the paperwork. And she said, okay. I don't think she's quite there yet, but she does have a preferred name that she uses. But I don't think she's really thinking about changing it legally yet, because she's in college. So, of course, college kids, their focus is college work, college life. So she'll probably do all the name changes later, and I'm okay with that. And I try not to push too much. I try not to do too much, but I'm taking her lead. Now, she has started HRT. She's been on it for a little over a year now, which is amazing, because she started her HRT a year and a week after I started mine. So I started mine in September of 2021. She started hers in September of 2022, a week after my first shot. So it was just epic, And the crazy thing is, she came out as transgender before I did. That's the really crazy thing. But I've always been supportive of her. I don't see why I wouldn't be. That's my child, That's my biological child. And I love her unconditionally. And I just think it's really wild because she came out as trans, like I said, starting in the 8th grade. And at that time, I was still identifying as androgynous non-binary. And then years later, during the pandemic, that's when I came out as trans. So my daughter came out before I did as trans, but I medically transitioned before she did. So now we're both on HRT. We're both taking our shots every week, and it's really cool, and it's really really great to see her growth and to see her evolve into who she was always meant to be, who she always was. And I knew when she was younger that she was different, and I knew that she probably didn't identify with being the male that she was assigned at birth. But it wasn't up to me to say anything. I was following her lead. And of course, she lived as a little boy, up until she didn't. And it doesn't matter to me. I love her unconditionally. She loves me unconditionally. And it's so funny because when I transitioned, and especially after I got top surgery and I was able to walk around bare chest in our home, She looked at me and she's like, that looks so natural. She's like, that's the way it's supposed to be. And she's like, can I call you dad? And I'm like, absolutely. So now when I see her and, she's growing a chest, she's growing boobs, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, yeah, that looks like it's supposed to be. That looks like your natural self. That is you. And I call her my daughter. I use her correct pronouns. And I always ask her, if I could share certain things regarding her transition, like with family or with close friends. And she always goes, oh, no, you can just tell anybody. You can do this. And I go, no, no. Because your journey and your story is just that. It's your journey and your story. It's not right for me to tell it. I'm asking you if I could share it with this person, and usually she goes, oh, you can tell anybody. You can tell anybody you want. And no, I'm not going to do that. I ask permission. And if she doesn't give me permission, then I say nothing because it's her story. So I have a trans daughter. I'm a trans man. I'm a full blown dad of a beautiful trans daughter, and I am very, very, very grateful and very happy and very proud of her because she's come a long way. We both have, you know, we've really come a long way from where we were to where we are, and we are both looking forward to where we're going in our transition journey. So, yeah. We're one big happy family. And my wife is just in awe of the fact that we go through our journeys together but separately, if that makes sense. And she's just in awe of the fact of what we have to go through as a trans person. And she's like, to both of us, you both are my heroes. She's like, because when she came to us when I married her, she wasn't sure exactly what to expect. And not because I was trans, but because, at that time she identified as bisexual. Now she identifies as a pansexual. And she wasn't sure what to expect in regard to her, because she's like, it's not just you two transitioning. She was transitioning as well because she was becoming a part of our family, and she was becoming more aware of who she was and what part she played, not just in our family, but in the LGBTQ plus community. And she loves the fact that we are, as she calls, a blended family. We are a blend of so many different things, and we are constantly evolving together as a family and as individuals. And I think that's a wonderful thing. It's an absolute wonderful thing. So we love our home, we love each other, we love our journeys, and yeah, I love the fact that I'm a trans man who has a beautiful trans daughter who I gave birth to before I was trans, before I came out as trans. And it's like a fairy tale story. It's amazing. It it is absolutely amazing, and I wouldn't trade my life for the world. Not one part of it. Not even the bad parts. Like before I was transgender, there were a lot of things that were going on that I consider not happy or bad, but I wouldn't trade those either. I really wouldn't, because they made me. They gave me wisdom. They allowed me to know how to act and react to other things. And they taught me. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And now here I sit, and I'm happy I wouldn't trade my life for the world. So yes, that is my Transparent Tuesday video. I am a transgender man who is raising a transgender daughter and loving every minute of it. Yep, that's it, y'all. All right, so what I want you to do is please do me a favor. I want you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. If you have any questions about my transition or transitioning in general, put it in the comments and I will either answer you in the comments or in the video. I want you to love yourself. Love, love, love yourself unapologetically. Be yourself authentically. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks about you, your life, your household, whatever. If it works for you, then it's for you. No one else has anything to say about it. And it doesn't matter what anyone says anyway. Someone else's feelings about you and your life are their feelings. It has nothing to do with you. So you do you. Because I'm going to do me. My whole family, we're going to do us. Because we are wonderful. And we are perfect just the way we are. So thank you for watching. Please, again, like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell. I'll come back with more videos, y'all. Be good. And if you can't be good, then be good at it. A.J. out, y'all.